You're gonna pull a hammy, bro. You're gonna pull a hammy.
Rocking them John Pauls.
It never gets old, dude.
Oh, dude, every week. I can't wait to see that.
Never gets old.
Dude, no shit. I was gonna try to bust the Running Man, dude, and it fucking
Pulled a hammy?
Yeah, I could tell I was gonna hurt myself.
Yeah.
Dude, we're turned up. I can hear that shit, dude.
Sunday, April 14th.
Sunday.
Sunday's another fun day. What's going on, Fraish?
Oh fuck,
Hey,
dude.
you do your shot.
We didn't do some homework, dude.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll give some random shots. What did you just do? Random shout outs.
We got some here from the past, dude. I have some photos.
I'm with her. Yeah, I like that one. I like that shit.
You know who made these was Michelle, dude.
Oh, did she? Those are cool.
This one. I don't know why she made this one.
What is it? I'm with her.
She's like, you gotta hang one up.
That's funny.
I got her right here. This is my wife.
I like that shit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Random shout outs. All right. We didn't do the homework, so let's do some random shout outs, man.
Go ahead.
Who do you got? We'll bounce back and forth.
Greg Flory.
Greg Flory. I'll say what's up to Firefinger.
Firefinger.
Yeah.
Paul Hollison.
What's up to Paul Hollison, man? Good times.
Tony Poplar.
What's up at the...
Just plug, dude. You know, your fucking
plugged in?
loose connection.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry about it.
Dude, that's the highlight of the show, bro. People
Random.
know we're recording. What's up? What's that dude's name? Casey Williams? What's up, Casey Williams, man?
What's up, Ricky Spawns?
What's up to Governor Gavin Newsom? What's up to Cena Gore?
Cena Gore. Debbie Hickenbottom.
What's up to Marsha Mills?
Vicky Ramos.
What's up to Chuck Hutchins?
Sheila Wages.
What's up to my man Charles Lane?
Charles Lane, Chuck the Duck. Lock it up, fool.
Dude, I want to see that battle, dude.
What battle? Between who?
Let's see, Chuck Hutchins and Cosmo.
That'd be a good one.
Cosmo still beat boys it, dude.
Partitas.
Oh, Danny Partita had the fucking the vibrate shit. Don't sell yourself short, Weller. You're a fucking breakdancer, dude. You were good, dude.
Yeah, I had some talent.
You did. I mean,
I was well known.
You were top 5 at least, dude. You were top 5 in the whole city.
That's probably true.
For your age bracket, you were probably ranked number 1 for several months.
I was JV.
Yeah. No, it was like you, Harrison, then Jeff Keller.
Jeff Keller had all his shit paid for, though. All his trophies and shit. His parents bought his personal trophies.
They bought him those pills that made him 6'2" too.
And then he had, they bought him his own personal trophies with his own breakdancing guy on top. Like, you were the greatest son, remember? Everything was just bought and paid for.
That's awesome, dude. You know what, though? Our kids are living that lifestyle now, man.
Of what lifestyle?
Fuck, like, we had a couple kids we grew up with that had everything, right? They had their mom and dad live together. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm thinking of 3 of our friends right now. Their mom and dad never got divorced, so they always had mom and dad, you know what I mean?
Who's that? Lee Big,
Skinner.
And
then, gosh, Jeff, I was just thinking Jeff Keller. Harrison's another one. Harrison's mom and dad's still together, dude. But you also had fucking new school clothes, new shoes, all that kind of shit every year, you know what I mean? Or if, like in a couple of other cases, anything they want, they just fucking kind of say, hey, this is what I want. And it makes it happen.
I had multiple times my mom would always say, well, we put your stuff on layaway, and then they lost it.
Yeah, or by the time you go get it, you've already grown.
No, it's just, well, we got it. We're going to put all your school clothes on layaway, and then when school's ready to start, I'm like, I got all these clothes here, dude. And then, oh, well, they lost it. How did they lose it?
Yeah, they sold that shit.
But they still had a couple things, just the 2 pairs of pants and 2 shirts.
Just the purple cords.
I was like, I'll just go borrow some from Eric.
Eric always had a fucking nice wardrobe, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is hot.
He said, rocking the fucking gym.
Weather's changing, dude.
Coming nice weather, dude.
It's good. So, all right, we're going to do a fellas camping trip, right?
Maybe June.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's on the board?
We should have an open invitation for camping. Just tell everybody where we're going. Bring your own booze kind of shit, you know what I mean?
Bring your own booze. I'm not a real big booze guy anyways.
I mean, there's a lot of people that want to kick it with high-quality YouTube guys, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Our kids.
Dude, that thing is plugged in, huh? It's just not working.
So what we got on the board this week, Frage?
Oh, shit, there's a bunch, dude. Let's start with something, because we got a really big topic we're going to hit on. It's going to be emotionally draining.
What?
That one about sex and marriage.
Okay.
But let's just fucking lick it before we stick it. So, how about free gift versus earning? Free
gift versus earning. Asking people or seeing what you could get for free rather than just pay it yourself, buy it yourself. And you know what's funny is that goes across all boards, whether you're fucking a conservative kind of person or a liberal kind of person. And it's funny. It's more funny the people that are fucking conservative and the will pull up your bootstraps and earn your own way, and then if they could find a way to get something for free, they will.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's just it's like, fuck, dude. I went off on a rant the other day about, well, fuck, everybody called me liberal and I'm fucking talking shit about everything. How am I fucking liberal when I just go to work and pay my own fucking bills and I don't ask nobody for shit? How's that fucking liberal? I don't get it. Like, but then somebody will fucking be like, no, man, you got to earn your own way. And these fucking immigrants, and then they're like, hey, you think come by and do some shit for me?
Yeah. Oh. That's the worst. I hate free work. Like,
no, I don't mind it. I enjoy doing some stuff for people, but I don't like the hypocrisy of it.
Well, let's talk about it. Like, if you get online, my son did this. Okay, so he did a GoFundMe page for his dog. His dog needed an operation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he gets on there and they got a whole website of it now. Think about it. It's GoFundMe, man.
I don't know if I have the fucking balls to do that. To put myself out there like that. GoFundMe. I
Maybe we should start one for fellas, dude. Just do a fellas GoFundMe page. If I can come up with a really great topic.
You can.
I
don't know, dude. It's like when my kids sell cookies or whatever. I'm like, I'll just buy them. I just hate asking people to fucking, hey, will you buy this? Or, I just fucking, I hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this bitch off right now before it starts going off.
I don't know. Or posting something online is like, hey, if anybody can help out, I'd sure appreciate the help on this. Or, I don't know.
You know what? I got no problem when it's like, they're like, we're trying to find a home for this dog, right? Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that kind of shit. But yeah, if they're like, oh, fucking, I need a new transmission, fucking, I don't have any money left because I had a UFC fight and I served tri-tip and,
Well, even the dog thing about, ask because your dog's got operations. Like, if you don't have the money, you probably should put it down. It sound like an asshole, but
yeah.
If I don't mind, I enjoy helping people, but if you want me to donate to fucking have a surgery for your pup,
yeah,
it's not gonna happen over here, dude. Now, if you're not out of work and you're trying to fucking buy groceries, 100%. But
so, what's your charity line then? Is it got to be like a funeral or something like that, or?
Yeah, even when my mom passed away, I was like, I'm not asking buddy for shit.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pay for it. Max out my credit card. Just it was about 10, 11 grand, and I'll just pay for it myself. Fuck it. You know what? I just hate, I don't know, just asking people. I don't know. I feel awkward, dude.
That's your conservative bones in you, man.
I don't know. It's just like, fuck it. We'll just can go without. I mean, there's been times when we were like, money was strapped and we are like, fuck, well, it's going to be tight trying to make it to the end of the year and shit. And Sarah would say something like, well, we could talk to my dad. Maybe he'll, and I'm like, I fucking sleep in my truck before I fucking asked your dad for money. She was like, oh, that's fucking bullshit, man. I was like, I don't care. I would probably rather just sleep in my truck. I'm like, I just can't do it. And we found a way to make around it. We made it through those times.
That's when you start doing side work or you start fucking
putting
in 16-hour days and shit.
And then when it's over with, I'm like, fuck, I'm so glad I didn't fucking go out of my way and ask them to fucking borrow money or something like that. I just feel good. I'm on my own 2 feet, dude.
I hit my dad up one time. I needed a lawyer. It was like 12 grand, and I only had like 8 grand saved. And he, I needed 4 grand. So I was like, Dad, I need 4 grand, man. And I think it took me 2 months to pay him back, but I fucking worked my ass off for those 2 months to pay him back. Because if there's anyone I hate owing money, it's my dad, dude.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like it makes you feel like a kid, I think I was, probably 35, 36 years old when this happened. The IRS got us bad. We got audited, and they turned me inside out, dude. They were fucking, this is no shit. So they have the right to...
You?
Yeah. So,
you know everything about the tax laws,
yeah, I
bro.
do now because of the audit. Because of the audit, I know the tax laws now. But, okay, they can take as much as they want, up to 80% after tax. So they could take 15%, they could take 30%, whatever.
What, out of your check?
Out of your check.
Oh, yeah. I know multiple people that have fucking levies against them from the fucking IRS.
Yeah, dude, so the first time they took 80%. So I'm sitting there with a check after 2 weeks, and it's like $300.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? How? No way. This cannot fucking go down, dude. You know what I mean? Because I owed them like 30 grand.
That's why you don't fuck with the IRS,
yeah.
dude.
And so I got a lawyer. It cost me like 14 grand, and I end up settling for like 12 grand. So I don't know, man. Fucking, I hate charity, but sometimes, you need it. But
You do? No, I'm not saying that you don't, because I'll always say that you do, because you never know when you're going to be put in a position where you're like, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is make sure your kids eat and shit. But I'm not knocking people. I'm just saying, for me, it's hard.
Well, I think there's a difference too. Like if it's a want, like you want a new car or a new computer or something like that, right? Versus a need.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody needed food to eat, I'm gonna pitch in on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we talk about that. Those cases are very few.
Yeah.
Where people are like, especially in America, United States, there's so many different outlets now. You could get, supplemental fucking food and wick and whatever. There's so many outlets that you could fucking always do that. But between like a want and a need is different. My daughter, she like getting towards the end of her college, her senior year, her computer took a shit. She needed a new computer, and she was like, "So what do I do?" I'm like, "So you need a computer to finish. At college, you have to have a computer. You have to do your fucking."
It's like your textbooks is in the computer.
Yeah,
and all that.
and I was like, "So, we could maybe help you get a cheap computer." She said, "Well, I need a good computer." I was like, "So this is my suggestion: use your fucking credit card, go get a computer, and start making payments on that. You're working part time." Okay, like. I hate,
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
You got to do it. I told her you're going to feel better about it because you're going to get the computer, you're going to pay it off, it's going to be your computer. I'm not doing anything but making it.
You're adulting her, man. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and I'm if I just bought it for her, I'm not helping her out at all.
No, man. Free. That's the other thing about free is you're not really helping them out. You're just giving them a want.
Yes, and most people who are comfortable asking for free shit, those are pretty much the people with that same mentality, though. They always have that mentality.
Oh, yeah, like they'll ask.
Yeah, they have no problem asking.
And I think you're just the type of person that doesn't ask. Maybe you're the type of person that asks, and then there's the other type that don't ask.
Yeah, that's true.
Like your pride or your bravado or whatever it is.
That's what it
keeps
is.
You from getting there, man.
I'm just like, no, dude, I'll figure out a way. I'll pull money out of my 401k or I'll fucking do something. But I'll figure it out. But I just have a hard time. I mean, like moving. Like if we move, I'll just fucking figure out a way to do it myself. Like I'll just do what I can. It's like I fucking hate asking people for help, dude. I hate it.
Dude, I've had to do it twice where I really needed somebody in a bind, and my boy Dan, dude, he showed up. Thank you, Dan. Both times we were moving. One time I had like fucking 26 stitches in my leg. I got hurt the night before the move. That sucks butthole, dude. The other time I just had a surgery. I could barely fucking move my arm, but
yeah, it's hard.
In that scenario, I was an asker.
Yeah, but no, everybody needs help sometimes. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. It's just for me personally, it's hard for me to ask.
I'll tell you another ask is when people want to borrow shit and then they break it. or something went wrong or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude.
Well, the rule like at work is that if you need a tool more than once, that you should buy it.
Yeah.
That's the rule. Like if you need a tool that no you never use and somebody has it, you're only going to use that one time. Borrow the tool to get it done, right? But if you need to use a tool more than once, you buy that tool.
Well, if you're a tradesman, yeah. Well, I know people that do that shit like they got to do a weld, so they go buy all the shit they need to fucking weld shit. And it might be that just that one time that they use it, but now they have welding equipment.
Yeah, and you do have so many, two different types of personalities when it comes to that. Like we got a guy Rick at work, Rick. Dude, this guy will have every new fucking tool there is. It comes out, he'll go buy it. He buys it on his own. He never asks, "Hey, can you guys buy me this tool?"
Yeah.
But then you have the other people who won't even have a fucking ladder, who will be like, "Well, I need a ladder. When's the company gonna buy me a ladder?" Like, dude, and they'll always borrow all my shit from my truck. And I was like, dude, I bought those tools. The company doesn't buy me nothing. Little tiny things. I buy my own shit. Like, how do you feel comfortable asking someone to buy something for you? I don't know.
I don't know. I think part of that too is like you're in the O. Whenever you ask somebody, I feel like you're in the O. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in the O.
No.
I think the best friendship is where you're even. Like if I did something for you, then you do something for me. You know what I mean? But if you have friends that keep fucking going down the ladder because they keep asking you for shit, but you never ask for anything in return.
And I think it's good to help out. Like, okay, so I've done it about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 times where people at work will build their own house, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll ask several guys that they know, "Hey, would you mind coming out and helping?" And they're not going to pay you. They just want you to come and help and work on it. And
the old 6-pack of beer deal?
Well, they'll barbecue or something like that. And it's kind of a trade-off. Like, the next person will do it, and we all go over there and help them. I mean, I went to Reno and did it for my uncle once. And then they do a big old barbecue and they feed everybody. It's kind of nice to help somebody, do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't know. It's just hard for me personally to ask for that shit.
I've had a couple buddies, especially like if you say you did something at your house, like you put up a fence or you did some drywall work or something like that, right? Like our kitchen remodel shit. People come in to see that and they're like, "Oh, well, hey, man, can you help me do that in my house? We do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll come and look at it." But I'm not going to spend my fucking Saturday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind. I enjoy, like, okay, the Pablo at work, he's talking about putting a little patio deck in front with a little trellis and shit. And I'm like, "Hey, I'll come over and do it for free, dude. Just buy the food and buy all the material. Help me out, and we'll go put it up." Like, I enjoy doing stuff like that. I like helping people out like that. I did it for Manuel,
I'm glad you said that because I got this awning deal in the back.
I wouldn't mind. I don't mind that shit, dude. If it's something that I enjoy to do, I don't mind it. I enjoy doing that. That's
let me write this down so I don't forget, dude. I need you to check that out, man.
But I don't know. I have a hard time asking people for help. I don't know.
Yeah, me too, man. Fun. Close that bitch out, dude. We tore it up. How many? Fucking 18 minutes on that shit, dude.
On nothing.
That's good.
A little tired today.
Put your hands on that. Pick it out, man. What do we got?
We got losing heritage values.
Okay, I'm down with that. So I went to the crab feed in Stockton last night, and it was all Portuguese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and it's like stepping back in time. Like, I don't know if you remember the movie The Deer Hunter.
Yeah, that's an old movie.
Yeah, but remember, they're like Polish, right? And when all the Polish get together, they're fucking doing their music and fucking they got certain dances and shit. I mean, that heritage is strong.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm not Portuguese, just being there with the Portuguese people.
I thought you were 100% Portuguese.
Dude, I get 100% Portuguese when I'm close to alcohol poisoning. That's when my blood switches. Because I am a transracial.
Right. Are you circumcised?
Yes, of course, twice. The first time they did it sideways.
Because I thought you were Jewish.
Dude, I'm like 8% Jewish.
Okay, I got you.
Jewish African.
So
African Jewish.
So the Portuguese hall.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be Portuguese hall, man. I'm just saying there are heritages, there are people. Like, America's a different beast. Like,
it is.
Like, I can't go to Australia and become Australian. I can't go to China and become Chinese, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're Australian, you can come to America and become American.
Americanized.
Yeah, same with Chinese. Chinese can come here to
So
America.
what is American culture?
I think, man, we're talking about it, man. I think barbecue is a big part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe cars, music, fashion.
I guess, yeah, but I think we're definitely getting diluted as far as having culture, and I think having culture is great. Whether you're Italian or Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever your culture is, I think that's great. I think that's what's amazing about America is that you see all these cultures come together, and I think we get locked in this idea of American culture. So when somebody's speaking Spanish, you're like, you need to learn the language, or they cut in line because that's not their culture. Like people will drive different, people will cook different, whatever it is. I think
I think that is our culture, though. American culture is taking a little bit of everybody's shit and putting it together.
Yeah, but I think we still think. I don't know. I see the hate that goes on with like people enjoying their cultures, is like the Arabic or this, look at these fucking guys. There's so much hate in the world. I don't know. I think we just enjoy people's culture. Like we get so upset, like what they do is like, well, look at that. They're all fucked up. That's their culture. That's how they do it. That's not your culture. To a lot of the world, American culture's fucked up. Like we're spreading McDonald's and Taco Bell. That's why they try to keep us out.
Well, I watched Anthony Bourdain, The Parts Unknown, last night. He went to Borneo, and he did it like 10 years ago. He takes the riverboat up, they go party in this longhouse and shit. But their culture, they have a 4-day party. It's like New Year's and Christmas rolled into one. And, dude, they get hammered and like until you pass out. Then when you wake up, you eat, you get hammered again. And I mean, this guy got tossed for like 4 days straight, and he was talking to his guide, and he's like, what do you worry about on the trip? He's all, the only thing I'm worried about is alcohol. And, dude, if you can watch that show, Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, it's the Borneo episode, dude, it's fucking lit. But their culture, their heritage is so strong, man. And that's what I was saying. There's no, and the chief said it, and so did the Portuguese guy at the hall last night. He's like, hey, we're here. We're all family tonight. Let's have a good time. I know some people are going to get drunk and angry, and that's just the way your wife is. But he's like, there's no need to fight or something. And I see that when we go to Scottish games, like I was telling you, man. It's fucking cool. You got blacks, Hispanics, Arabic. They have Scottish blood or roots in them, and they go to the Scottish games, man. And it's just a. That's what America is, dude. It's just like a melting pot.
I think we have to embrace it, though. I mean, I think our past, we did embrace it, but I think now we're trying to fucking, I don't know, divide everybody into fucking groups. And I don't think we should be dividing people into groups. I think politicians do that so much. They divide everybody into groups, and they do that on purpose. The Republicans and Democrats concentrate on dividing people into groups, and we fall for it, and we have so much hate for each other and different people's different culture, and we're buying this and we're brainwashed. And that's why I'm saying just be independent thinker and go experience other people's culture. It's fucking amazing. Like the Sikh will fucking wash your feet, and then they always have food and they'll feed you, and then Mexican culture, man. You go over to Mexican people's house, man, old time Mexicans, you're gonna eat. They're gonna sit you down and feed you and feed you and feed you and feed you like.
And the quinces, they have like quinces, man, and
they're awesome. It's awesome. Like, and
you have to be open minded though. You can't go into some situation like that being a hater, man. I mean, you have to go in there willingly accept what's going down.
You watch. I watch Swamp People, and down there in Louisiana, they're just like families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the guy will come down on the boat. He'll see a family on the deck, on the dock, and say, "Well, we seen this alligator. Well, we're gonna catch that alligator because we don't want it hurting any of your family members." Like shit like that, or like if one's going hungry, they'll go take each other food. Like they still have a lot of that in the South. I think more so in California, we live in a bubble too, where everybody's selfish, and we take care of our own. And you know what? If you don't got it, fuck you. You go to work. You get your own shit. Like.
Well, I took my son yesterday.
Especially California, man. We're so selfish and self-centered.
But we still have it because there's areas like I took my son yesterday to Chinatown in Sacramento off Stockton Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
There's about a 2-mile stretch where it's all Chinese or it's Asian. You know, it's all Asian stores, and what they're doing is they're bringing their style or their way of doing shit, so they can all be together in one area. And Russians do it too, like in Rancho Cordova. There's a whole fucking area that's all Russian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You go pocket area, you have Japanese, a real strong Japanese culture. So there's isolation within, you know, and you want to be around familiar people. You do.
Yeah, but I went to a shit. I think it was a Chinese wedding.
Yeah.
And we went to the reception, and there was 800 people.
Damn.
800 fucking people, dude. And there was probably 6 white people. I was one of them.
Yeah.
Right? But they bring out food after food after food. There was like 17 fucking different courses, dude. And every time they bring out another course, and it was like every 10 minutes they bring out another course. And I don't know. It was, and when you checked in, you said whether you're with the bride or groom, and then you gave them your money, your envelope, so they know who to put it with, because that's what you do. You give them money.
Yeah.
So they put down your name. So when you get married, they know how much to give you when you get married. And that pays for the whole wedding and shit. It's a pretty cool little deal, you know.
Oh hell yeah, man! I was thinking about like say you're serving dinner at a wedding, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like $30 a plate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if everybody kicks in $100, you cover the wedding.
Yeah.
You know.
Italians do that too.
It's good. Dude, that's one of my favorite scenes in Godfather, dude, or even Goodfellas. Remember when Henry Hill gets married?
And they give it just all the money.
Yeah, but they're giving fucking envelopes like that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, dude. Ballers.
Yeah, I don't know.
It must be nice to be
I think we
Skinner,
should just... True. we should enjoy everybody else's culture more.
No, I'm totally... Dude, well...
We fight it. In America, we fight it, dude.
No,
I think we fight it.
No,
we fight it.
I think I don't think that's the majority. I think the majority of people, I would say like 80% is good. You have 10% that are dicks, and then you have 10% that are hardcore dicks, you know?
I don't know. Maybe because I live in California, I see so much fucking greed and like, you know, I hate that attitude is, well, I got it. You need to figure out how to get it. Like, come on, man.
No, man.
Whatever
makes you happy, I'm good with it. But I think fucking American culture is going to be... We need American heritage, American culture, and there's no way to say, "Hey, this is what we do as Americans."
There isn't, because I mean, unless you're Native American.
Yeah, well, I am Native. You're Native American. What are you talking about? I'm indigenous.
Yeah, true.
We are indigenous Americans, dude. No, people overlook that fact all the time. What makes you Chinese? Because you're born in China, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you Australian? You're born in Australia.
Yeah.
I'm fucking American, bro. I was born here.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight up, dude. 3rd generation. Frasers have been in America since the early 1900s. So you can't blame all the bad shit on me.
I guess.
What's your Weller, dude?
My dad's side, my grandfather, they're German, but they're German through Russia, because the Russians used German for slave labor, and then they came from there to the Dakotas. That's where my grandpa came through, the Dakotas, and then a lot of Germans came to Lodi. And then
Lodi's big German.
My mom's side, she's Mexican American. You know, my grandma was actually born in New Mexico, from what I understand, and I think my grandfather was born in Mexico. But yeah, 2 different cultures, and you see the difference too, from the way my grandparents are one side to my other grandparents. You know, you see the drastic, and be honest with you, I like seeing the way my Hispanic culture embraced family and had parties and barbecued, and that I enjoyed that growing up. Like, my kids will never have that culture. They'll never have the culture that I got to have, you know. They're missing that. My grandparents, you know, that side, they were always worried about somebody fucking taking an extra $10 from them, and you know, it's I don't know, it was more of a selfish thing, I guess. But
that's the swingers.
You always call them swingers. That'd be funny.
I don't know where we came up with
I don't know, but I enjoy it.
Well, you guys might not know this, but you remember your grandpa had that fucking eucalyptus grove out there?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a fucking Pinto that he used to fucking hit the trees.
Yep.
It was fucking awesome. He had a car for knocking trees down.
Yeah, Pinto.
Well, let's close that bitch out. What do we got? Oh, we're nice and wet. You want to dig into the deep one, dude?
All right, go ahead. You started out.
All right, so we were talking about sex and marriage because, I don't know, I'm 45. I still like sex, you know? I still love my wife. I still love getting
You're
naked.
45?
Yeah, well, and what? On Tuesday, I'll be 45, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just practicing already. But I think to have a good, strong relationship, you have to have physical touching, loving, verbal confirmation that, you know, she's pretty, she's beautiful. You want to do nice things for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just give up because you're married, you know? And we're getting deep into it now. I mean, we've been divorced and all that kind of shit, but basically it's coming up 14 years that we've been...
Sex is a huge part of a fucking healthy fucking relationship.
I think so, man.
And when I say sex, I mean like affection. You know, some sort of affection, a hug, a kiss, a fucking sex, whatever. It's a huge part. And I think, you know, you have to get that at the beginning. You guys both have to be on the same page because I think we both know people who might have sex maybe once a month, once every 2 months or something. And that's not a healthy relationship, dude. It's not. You have fucking animosity. You have hate for that person. You know, you're not happy. It has to be part of everything. It has to be part of, you know, the way you're raising your kids, your faith, your fucking... All that stuff comes together, and sex is a big part of your fucking healthy relationship.
Dude, for just speaking from a guy, because I can't speak from a woman's point of view, but speaking as a guy, it builds up. If you don't get sex, it keeps building up. And then you do the little things that you say or she does, it fucking infects it.
Creates animosity.
Yeah,
dude.
it infects it and it starts to fester and pus and boil. And you get to this point where you just fucking need to get laid, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the second day. That's the day after having sex.
That's by Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you have to have that. You have to have affection. You have to know somebody in that relationship. You both have to know that you care for each other. Like a hug goes a long fucking way, or have a good day, or
sit on the couch, rub each other, love on each other. You know.
Yeah.
You have to have some form of intimacy daily. Like me and my wife had this thing. I met this old couple a long time ago, man. And I said, "How have you guys been together for 60 years? How do you make it work?" And she told me, we kiss every day. He told me the same thing. We kiss and hug every day. Mm-hmm. And it goes a long way. So I told my wife, I said, look, let's kiss at least 7 times a day. No, I'm serious.
Okay, no, I
at least
believe it.
7 times a day. And then there are days like where I don't see her or she doesn't see me, and then we'll kiss 7 times in a row at the end of the night, you know, just to make sure that we kissed each other 7 times. Because even if you're fucking mad or pissed off at her, you kiss her 7 times, it kind of takes the mad away. It's like putting hydrogen peroxide on a scab. You know? Sincerely, man. I mean, everybody's got their own shit, but...
Yeah, definitely affection is a big part of fucking a healthy relationship. I mean, I think... a lot of people I know, they're like, fuck, I haven't had sex in, you know, like 6 weeks or something. Like, what the fuck?
I know, man. I don't understand it.
You know, and I understand some people go through health issues, whatever. That could...
Or you have the period. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't mind getting down on the period. We used to do that kind of shit.
I don't
But
do the period stuff.
as you get older, I don't want to get all bloody. And
Yeah,
stuff.
so that week's passed. But I
Yeah.
mean, other than that, fuck, dude, you gotta have some sort of fucking... I don't know. You gotta have that fucking physical fucking
Dude,
attention.
my
dude.
thing is 11 days, man. Like, if it goes past 11 days, then I'm fucking...
That's a lot.
Dude,
Because
11.
I think minimum is once a week, right?
Well, you think when you first get together and you're dating and stuff, you bang like rabbits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what goes down. But just because you get married, your sexual appetite, there's reason why you're getting married. Your sexual appetite should be similar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's part of getting married is because you're deciding, hey, I'm just going to fuck, I'm just going to make love, I'm just going to touch and hug and all that good stuff. Because there's a spectrum of fucking, you know, and making love. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to have that worked out before you get married, man.
I think so. And you know, I think we have to get rid of some of the old fucking ways. I know people won't, you know, don't agree, but I don't necessarily agree getting married before you live. I think you should live together before you get married.
It should be a prerequisite. Like, you guys have lived together for 6 months? Yes. Okay, we'll check that off.
Because I mean, I seen it with my dad who got married the second time. It just I know it's out of sex because he wanted to have sex, but he was in the church, so he got married, had sex, and he had divorce. You know what I mean? I mean, what's the point of that? Like, I think some stuff is antiquated. I think some stuff is old, and we have to adjust. Like, what's a divorce rate? More than 50% or 50%, something like that?
Dude,
I think
just
we
heard
could.
it. It's so in California, it's like 49-51. It's right there, like 50-50.
Okay, 50%. Well, I think you could eliminate a lot of that by just living together for a little while and realize, okay, we have the same interests, we have the same goals to have a happy life, have children, and
Well, here's the other thing, man. Like, you're saying, it all ties together: kids, finances, fucking work, all that kind of stuff. Sex is part of that puzzle, dude.
Oh, it's a big part of the puzzle because I mean, if you want to be honest, guys are fucking animalistic, and that we still have that in us where we're still thinking about sex 80-90% of the day.
No, when my grandpa died, dude, he was on his deathbed, and I was talking to him about stuff, and he's like, have that nurse come sit on my face. And I talked to him, and he's 78, 79 years old, but his mind's 25.
Right.
And
he
he still loves pussy.
Yeah.
He still loves looking at
Talk to
asses
the
and
old
tits.
guys. They'll still tell you dirty jokes or say dirty shit. Like, they're still thinking the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
It never goes away. I mean, there's some people that are prudes about it, or they pretend like they're on a different planet, like a different level. Like, well, no, I don't talk about my old lady like that. We don't. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You're fucking.
No, I know who you're talking about. There are guys like I seen some of them last night.
Oh yeah,
They're
you don't bring up their wife. You don't say, "Hey, you boning your low lady this weekend?" And like, dude, I'd rather you not speak about my wife that way. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What's wrong with you? I mean, I'm already joking with my son right now. It's like, I don't know. I don't like all this square shit. That's not for an enjoyable life, dude. That's kind of square to me.
Yeah, but some people, they fit in the square. That's why they're squares. They fit right in that square, and it works for them. That's part of what we were talking about too. Is
I don't know. I think they're fucking ready to bust out of that square.
If you have a routine though, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a routine. Like, say you have sex every Wednesday night after Vikings or fucking whatever show you watch, right? You have this routine in place. That's a complacent relationship, but...
every Tuesday night or some shit like that?
Like every Tuesday night we're getting naked or something like that, all right? Or every Saturday or something like... That's a routine, and you're complacent, but I think to keep the marriage, live, you got to bone on a Tuesday morning, or you fucking...
So what are you thinking about when you guys...
Afternoon delight.
Boom, boom. What are you thinking about when your old lady's getting drunk, like on a Friday or Saturday, whatever, getting drunk? What are you thinking? Oh, I'm going to get some fucking pussy tonight.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
that's what you're thinking about. But I mean, I don't know. I don't see nothing wrong with talking about anything. I don't know. I come across those people that are squares. Like, you even feel uncomfortable talking to them about it.
Well, like me and we talk, we communicate. You know what I mean? That's why we fight. That's why we hate each other sometimes too, because we're honest about shit. And as I'm getting older, I don't have that fucking drive like I used to. Like, I want to do it in the morning. I want to do it at night. I want to do it. I don't have that drive anymore. And
sometimes sleep's more valuable.
And I had told her in one of our arguments, I was like, look, I'm tired of asking and getting turned down, or I'm tired of loving on you and not getting nothing in return, So I flipped the script, and I was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna hit her up for it. I'm gonna wait for her to come to me. And by the time she comes to me, she's horny as fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody goes through those lows.
Yeah.
I think everybody goes through those lows of the little,
I mean, you got to keep it like this. You can't go like this, bro, because this is unhealthy like this.
No, it is unhealthy.
So you got to find that fucking...
But when you go through those lows, you got to be able to be honest and have those conversations. Because I've had those conversations too. I'm like, hey, it can't always be me fucking wanting to do this. Sometimes you have to fucking want to do this too. Like, you have to be the one to instigate it, not me every time. Because then that makes me feel like you're only doing it out of fucking necessity.
I have to.
Yeah, because I want to do it. Like
marital duty or something.
Yeah,
like that.
So you have to show. We've had those conversations before because. Women are emotional too. They go through these depressed states where they're trying to fucking, they don't feel good about their bodies or whatever, so that might be a conversation you could have. have those conversations. I think a lot of marriages don't work out because the people won't communicate or have those conversations.
100%.
Have those conversations about everything. There's nothing that you should not share with your spouse. Nothing. You should be able to share everything with them.
So what do you say to a guy that says, look, okay, when we first hung out, we were boning, 3-4 times a week. Mm-hmm. As year 2, year 5 came around, we're down to twice a week. Mm-hmm. Year 10, we're once a week. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a progression there. As you get older, maybe it's the old eating a bowl of cornflakes type of thing.
Right, you have the same cereal every morning.
Yeah, but when a couple's only been married for 2 or 3 years, and you're fucking
already having those problems.
Yeah, you're doing it once a month.
Yeah. That's not a good sign. But that goes with everything. If you're only together for a couple years and you're already fighting about money, or you're already fighting about where you're gonna live. Like if you're already having these issues, like it only gets harder. It never gets easier. It just gets harder.
Yeah. So you got to find a fix, man, because that's what leads to cheating, man, or it leads because you are physically needing something, you're mentally needing something, right? Mm-hmm. And fucking jacking off only goes so far.
And it's not just that. It's like we all have issues. I have an issue with fucking when I get home listening to fucking stories, right? I'll be like, and I used to be more blunt about it. I'll be like, I don't really fucking care. But now you have to actually, show some interest in their job or show some interest in their personal life. You have to show interest because just like how you need physical fucking attention, they need mental attention. Like they need to have that conversation, and eventually if you don't give it to them, they're gonna start talking to somebody else. And then that's how they go. They say men cheat out of fucking just physical need, women cheat out of fucking emotional need. So I think it's definitely, the whole marriage thing is a fucking work in progress nonstop, and you definitely have to at least have one person who's willing to fucking work at it like all the time. Like I know I'm always the one, as far as if I feel like there's an issue, I'll talk about it. I'll say, what's the problem? What's the problem? What do we got to do? Like I won't just ignore it, because problems never go away. They just sit there and fester, like you said.
I think a big thing of it is time, man. It's just time. You have to make time for each other, and kids make that harder. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that put their kids before themselves. They're getting it wrong, because the basis of why you have kids and why you're together is you two. You're together, you know what I'm saying? Well, so you need to make time for you and your lady.
Well, somebody said this one time, I don't know where I seen it. It's like your wife has to put the kids first, and you have to put your wife first.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You put your wife first because you have to take care of the person that's taking care of your kids.
Well, see, I think you have to be strong together for the kids. You know what I mean? Ooh, Holy Ghost.
Holy Spirit. I got something right. It flicked on. It's in here.
But, yeah, I don't know. I think definitely have to show... And I don't think you have to have first or second or third favorite. I mean, like I say, Sarah and the kids are the most important thing in my life. It doesn't have to be like Sarah's first and then the kids, or it could all be the same. They could all have that same value.
Well, I know this in other cultures too, man. Like Italian gangsters, right? They have their wife, and then they have their girlfriends.
The gumar.
Yeah, and in what's it called in
gumar?
No. In
it's Italian.
In Mexicans though, Mexican culture, it's the
it's not
Sancha.
Sancho's is the guy that fucking helps your old lady when you're not home.
Yeah, or there's a Sancha, like you have a little side piece, whatever. But I mean, maybe that's a fix. I mean, maybe that's the type of relationship you need to make it work. But if you're having problems, dude, your kid's fucking 2 or 3 years old, that's something you need to fucking get on right now and make it happen. If you're having problems and your kids are 15 or 16 years old, that's a different story there too.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to be on the same page.
You still have to date your wife. You still have to fucking... And that's what I was thinking about. I used to get her flowers, candy, have her sent fruit baskets, shit like that, at work, just to make her day better at work or whatever. Mm-hmm. I still do the flower stuff, but now as we've progressed in our relationship, now my affection is like buying her a tank of gas or fucking, buying groceries, or, it changes, man.
Buying her a tank of gas.
But do that, yeah. Fill your old lady's car up and see how happy she is. She might just fucking get that shit going.
I don't know what that has to do with that though,
dude. Because I'm serious. Like, look, if you went to
what do you mean by but it's all we have the money's all together.
No. I understand that, but you taking the time to go take the car out, fill it up with a tank of gas when she gets in it to go to work, and she said, "Oh fuck, he filled up the tank for me," you know. Or you take her car to get oil change or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you do those things like that, the little shit like that puts her on a step up. So when you go to ask for the fucking honey, it's there. You know?
Hey, everybody does things differently, but as long as you're working at it, hey, it'll work.
I think so too, man. But there's that point where fucking you're gonna reach a crossroads where you decide you're gonna destroy your relationship or you're gonna fucking make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you ain't getting laid but once a month, and then all of a sudden it's every 2 months, then I'm thinking like fucking, she's getting it somewhere else. Then
somebody's getting it somewhere else.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely have to work on it.
You know, and I don't know that you can just have make a date night. I think that's good. I don't have a date night. Maybe I should make a date night with my old lady. Like every week we.
But like you said, it doesn't have to be regiment. It doesn't have to be like, okay, every other Saturday we're having date night. Like you could just spontaneous do shit.
Yeah.
Like.
No, I like Tuesdays because $5 movies on Tuesdays. That's fucking cool. We went to an A&W has a fucking Papa Burger deal on Tuesdays, so you can get a good whole date night, dinner, movies, all that shit for like $25.
I don't know. Or you can have the same fucking like little goals in your life, like or little tasks like you do together. It can be different things. Like it was like your kids' sports. You guys, okay, we got to get our chairs. We got to go over there. We got to go watch the game, or or you have an event coming up, like or daughter graduation. So we're trying to plan a party. Like you have these little goals that you do together. Like, hey, did you get that? Hey, I got that. Whatever. So you're working as a team. You start doing that. You build a tight bond, I guess.
Well, I know, just speaking from experience, we had a rough week about a week ago, where she was mad at me for like 2 days, and then I was like,
for what? What'd you do?
I didn't go with her for the weekend. She went away. She had a work thing in Sausalito. Mm-hmm. And she wanted me to go stay at the hotel and stuff, and I'd be just like a kept man for the weekend. And I'm like, I don't want to go. Mm-hmm. Well, she went. She had a good night with her boss and the doctors Friday, and then her best friend came up Saturday, went on a run, all that kind of stuff. She had a good weekend. When she came home, she was like, I really missed you. You should have been there, and that kind of shit, I was like, I didn't want to go. You know what I mean? I don't want to stay in a hotel. I mean, what am I going to do in Sausalito? Mm. But she got upset with me for a couple days. So then in return, I got upset with her for a couple days. And that's what it is. It's like payback or something. And I'm fucking 45 now. I shouldn't be doing that kind of shit. But
I realize how much I miss him. Like Sarah went to DJ went to science camp. So she was a parent that volunteered to go for the week to science camp. And I realize how much shit she does for me, dude. I'm wondering, this is what I'm wondering. I'm asking people, how do you guys fucking do it? Like, I haven't ate breakfast. I have no lunch. I fucking not even figure what I'm going to do for dinner. Like, I'm fucking starving. I'm withering away right here. In a week's time, I'm fucked, dude.
You're almost dead.
Yes, because in the morning, the first day I'm thinking, well, I'm trying to hurry up and get the fuck out of here. I have no lunch yet. I haven't ate breakfast yet. It's like, fuck, now I'm fucked. During the week, a couple guys brought me, one guy at work brought me lunch. He's all, here, my wife made you lunch. Because I fucking didn't have anything, dude. And I feel like going to, Jack in the Box or something. But I was like, I'm so fucked, dude. Because every morning I get up, I got breakfast right there. I got my lunch ready. And I just get myself ready and I go. My days, that's just easy. Like, now, without her, I was like so fucking lost, dude. I'm like, so what am I ordered a pizza and ate it for 2 days. I fucking made spaghetti and it lasted me 2 days. Like, I'm so fucked without her. And I realized I'm like, and somebody at work told me, he's like, don't let her know how much you fucking need her. I'm like, no, fuck you. I need her bad. Like, I'm so fucked. I was wondering, how the fuck you guys do it? Like, this one guy, a lot of guys, they're like, their old ladies don't make them lunch or breakfast. It's like, how do you guys make it? I would fucking starve to death, dude. I don't know.
You just got to make time, man. But I'll tell you, remember I told you I was talking to that pastor that bought the house and stuff? Mm-hmm. And I told him, I pray every night on my knees. And he's like, does your wife pray with you? I said, no, I've asked her several times, but that's her gig. She's got her own relationship with God, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, try this. When you're praying, pray out loud and pray so your wife can hear, and just confirm and say, God, I appreciate my wife. Thank you for having her in my life. All the things she does to make my life a better life, and just put that out there and see how it changes.
That's a smart idea.
I haven't done it yet.
That's a good idea.
I tried doing it the other night, and she's like, shut up. I'm trying to go to bed.
The fuck are you doing?
Hey, man, sometimes I pray for fucking 30 seconds. Sometimes I pray for like 5 or 6 minutes.
All the time. I pray every day, right? So my routine is I pray when I leave the house.
Yeah.
I say my prayer, but I pray for my friends, my family, my fucking. I pray for people of the world. I pray for if I know people are going through shit, I'll pray for them. I'll pray for my job, our finances, our fucking health. I pray for a lot of shit every day. The safety of my kids, that they become good people, and I mean every morning. I say it's about a 10-minute prayer every morning.
Do you pray to get laid?
No, I've never prayed for that.
Pray for pussy?
No. But then be careful what you pray for too, because, and I learned also is like if you pray for strength, right?
Yeah.
God's going to put you in a situation that you have to learn to have strength. Like, he's just not going to give you strength.
Yeah.
So if you pray for patience, God's going to put you in a position where you're fucking like, everything's coming at you. You're like, God, I just prayed for patience. Well, how do you think I'm going to teach you patience?
That's
by
right.
giving you issues to deal with it.
He's not going to gift you patience.
No,
You
so
gotta
be
earn it.
careful what you pray for. So I don't pray for patience. I don't pray for strength. I don't pray because those come along with those come situations that make you learn how to have that, right?
Maybe we should say a prayer on air, dude.
Prayer every time we leave.
Yeah.
But be
can do
careful
that.
what you pray for. I mean,
We went from fucking pussy to prayer, dude.
are you think people are born gay?
Are people born gay? You know what, man? I think I do believe people are born gay.
I never used to.
Yeah.
But I think so now, because you see little kids who have nothing to gain by the way their mannerisms are, like they're not trying to get attention.
Yeah.
That's just how they're behaving, and you see them, you're like, that kid's gay.
Or their fashion sense, even when they're little, right? You can tell by the things they wear, But that's like, why you dress your son up like that? That's what he wanted, man.
He wanted high heels and a dress. But is that more so in boys? Because girls is a little bit harder to tell.
No, I think we used to call them tomboys when we had tomboys, right?
Yeah, but even the tomboys we knew end up having families and relationships. And stuff.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's some hardcore tomboys that are women still.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's an inclination right there that they're gonna be gay women.
It's true. And do you think some women become gay? This is what I'm thinking. Some women become gay out of necessity because maybe they're overweight or they're not very
ugly.
attractive.
Are you saying they're ugly?
So it's easier for them to find someone in their own sex to.
Well, now so we're going from them being born that way to what? I just think the way we're talking about it, I've known, let's say, 3 kids now.
Mm-hmm.
When they're very little, I could tell when they were little that they were going to be gay, and they were all boys. Every one of those.
That's what I'm saying, because when a boy's little, you know how a boy, not to say he's supposed to act, but you know how a boy acts, behaves, a young man, the fucking, and you see the mannerisms, like the way they sit or the way they they'll hold their hand like this all the time, or whatever it is. But it's not like little things. It's like daily that they're doing this. Like I've seen little boys who are like, oh my gosh. You're like, that little boy's gay right there. And he's not doing it for, like, he doesn't know.
That's what I'm saying. Before media, before any type of learned behaviors, they're doing these things. Mm-hmm. It's natural to them.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, man.
I mean, what was it?
I mean, do you think you could just...
Pence thought you could shock therapy and people out of being gay.
Yeah.
Right? I don't believe none of that shit, dude. And
Dude, well, it's worked. I mean, they've done it, so it's worked. But are those people that got shocked the fuck out of? They're just fucking like, I don't want to get shocked again.
I don't know
I'll
about
get
that.
some pussy.
So I mean, so then where does the line come into religion and homosexuality? Like, I don't know, because it's like,
Dude,
if they're gay, they're gay. Like, what do?
Dude, look at these countries. Like, they still kill and chastise gay people, man. They throw them off roofs.
Russia's really bad.
They stone them.
There's not even laws that you don't even thrown in jail for shit like that, for beating up gay people and stuff. Like, it's almost accepted. You know, it's still barbaric in a lot of areas. Like, America's more advanced when it comes to that. But
yeah, you got all the squealers and the fucking loudmouths in America talking shit about it, right? Mm-hmm. But look at what you have compared to other people, man. You think you're really struggling as compared to somebody in Afghanistan that's gay?
Oh, yeah. Where somebody says a term and it could be taken. I do get irritated with that. When somebody says a term and it could be construed as homophobic, but I'm like, dude, stop. Not everything is homophobic, or it's okay to joke around. Like,
no, they got to take it to the nines, dude. Every time.
There's extreme. Well, we always talk about extremists and shit. Like, you know, it's okay to still joke about it. Like, if there's no hate in it.
No, like, you know, Iraq, man. If we talk to shit to Iraq, he accepts us because he knows who we are, and you know. But
then maybe we take it too far. Yeah, it might hurt his feelings, you know. Maybe it does bother him, and he doesn't want to let it show. So then you have to be compassionate towards someone else's, you know, lifestyle. But we don't have to take everything we do or say as derogatory, dude.
Yeah. No, like if you called me a fag or something, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, Weller, you ruined my day. You know what I mean? But people take shit different ways,
I think they're born gay. I think a lot of people are born gay. I think there's some people who maybe do it out of not knowing, and then maybe part of their way they're raised. I mean, that could be
100%.
Could be a portion of it. But I think there is a good portion of, especially males, that end up being gay that are gay. Like, they are gay at birth. Like, what do you do? What do you do to those people? Like, especially when it comes to religion, it's like, do you chastise them? Do you fucking kick them out? Do you, like, love them the same?
See, religion's it's hypocritical, man, because you're supposed to love everyone, right? That type of deal.
Right.
But they have these rules against not loving someone if they're gay, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I don't think they I don't think they have rules against not loving. I think you love everybody, but I think that
it's in scripture. A man should not lay with a man. A woman should not lay with a woman.
Right. Those are the doctrine part of it, that sometimes I just say I live a spiritual way, you know, but I don't live necessarily the doctrine of, you know, and who's to say who's right or wrong.
So what you're doing then is you're saying the word of God is wrong. You know, you're telling God he's wrong because of society's view on shit now.
I don't think God's word's wrong. I think people interpret the way things that they want to interpret. I don't interpret it. I don't interpret things that way, though.
Yeah, but if it says a man should not lay with a man and a woman should not lay with a woman, right? Mm-hmm. That's God's law. So if you're in the Bible, if that's your thing, then you're fucking following that to the T, you know? You're not going against God's will. That's where I think, that's where my trouble is with the Bible.
It's tough, but okay, let's say it this way. It's not my place to judge you. Like, as far as, like, even says, let's talk about abortion. That's not my place to judge you. I can only live my life. Okay, I don't believe in abortion. Yeah. I wouldn't have an abortion, but it's not my job to judge the way you live. That's for you and your God, or you and your relationship with your God. Yeah. That has nothing to do with me. All I can do is live the way I try to live. I'm not here to judge other people. And who's to say I'm right and they're wrong, or I'm wrong and they're right?
If you need an answer to that, just ask me.
Correct. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Are you born gay? I think you are. I think a lot of people are born gay.
I think so, man. And they're gonna find it. There's gonna be a gay gene or something like that. They'll find in DNA.
And as a man, you really don't want your son to be gay, because you know, with all the stigmas that come with it and everything else. But if it happens, I'll love my son exactly the same, dude. Exactly. I don't see no mannerisms in him right now that I would say that I would think he'd be gay, and he talks about girls already and stuff. That's cool. But if for some reason fucking 10 years from now he becomes gay, I'll be like, fuck, Yeah,
Well,
fucking
you know,
sucks. But I still love you.
The only reason, and it's a selfish reason, I wouldn't want my kids to be gay is because then I wouldn't get any grandchildren from them.
Well, you can adopt.
But I had this conversation. You're not passing on the Weller. You're not passing on Weller, you know?
Okay, but then
You're gonna see your
then we get into that conversation of what is the. I mean, does the kids that you raise that weren't biologically yours have any more value than your kids because that's you're passing on a trait?
Not, no.
They're the same value, right?
No, you the love is the same, man, but there is a difference when you look and you see your eyes in your grandkid or you see your nose in your grandkid, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have those same characteristics. Like, you've seen families, like look at Michelle's family, right? Mm-hmm. Tito, Jason, Michelle. You can tell they're brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You know, there's family traits that pass on. Look at the Andrades, right? You can see when they're together, oh yeah, these guys are all family, you know what I mean?
But is that more important than passing on a good message? Like passing on, like, so you raise a child to be like fucking positive and they do positive and great things, and it's like, isn't that what you're passing on?
You know, I can speak from experience, dude, because I got 2 kids I made, right? Mm-hmm. 2 kids that were my mom's kids. They're my brother and my sister, but I raised them. They're my kids, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I have 2 kids I have no bloodline with at all. Mm-hmm. And it's true. I love all my kids the same. Mm-hmm. And I tell each one of them, you know, you're my favorite.
Right.
And the thing is, whenever I'm with whatever kid I'm with, that's my favorite kid because they're spending time with me, you know what I'm saying? But there's no difference there. I'm just saying on a blood level, you know, like you're passing on your DNA or whatever. It's fucking...
You know what I heard this fucking thing? I was watching this movie and this TV show, and the guy said something. He goes to his daughter because he adopted his daughter. The guy was black and she was white, and she said something, and you know that came up in the conversation. He goes, I might not have been there when you were born, but I've always been your dad.
Yeah,
that's an amazing fucking statement if you sit there and think about it. Like, I've always been my son's dad.
Yeah.
Before he was born. I've always been my daughter's dad.
Yeah.
Before she was born. That it was always going to happen. God always was going to put me in a position to fucking raise these children. So I've always been their father, even before I was their father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was all predetermined. So there is no... Because I had this conversation with my daughter. She was joking about it. What if I was gay? You know, and I would say, well, I want a fucking grandchildren that was, you know, naturally born or whatever. And she was like, well, I could adopt. We were joking about it. And I understand what you're saying. I understand 100% what you're saying. Because I told her I want you to marry somebody tall, so you guys have a tall I could have a tall grandchild who plays sports, so I go watch him sports. Yeah. You know, if you adopt, you're just adopting, you know, a random kid or whatever. I understand what you're saying.
No, you can't judge it on love because the love's the same.
Yes.
The love's the same, man.
You're talking about something different.
Yeah, it's more to the, I don't know, core or something of being human.
And that's what I always talk about. Politics, religion, raising children. We live in a gray area. Our life is all gray. It's not black and white. And you see people who live black and white, and for me personally, I was like, they don't get it. They don't get it. Life is not black and white. You could say, and I do this, I'll punish my kid, right? And you could say, that's black. That's like your punishment. You can't play video games for a week. I cave in after 2 days. I'll be like, hey, if you do this, all these chores, I'm going to go ahead and give you your game back.
See, I'm just the opposite. I don't fuck around. My wife does that. She'll cave in.
That's why I don't look at it black and white. I look at it like, if I think he learned his lesson, I think he learned his lesson. Yeah. Like, I think the punishment is I don't know, antiquated. I don't think it's not doing anything more after a couple of days or whatever. And it might be the same day. I might realize.
What if he's a second-time offender on the same shit?
Oh, my kids all the time. Same offender all the time. It's his problem is he forgets to do shit. He'll go and take a shower for an hour and come out and his hair's still dry, and I'll fucking lose my mind. Like, what? Because
he's fucking playing DJ in there, dude.
I thought that maybe, but no, because I go in there now. I'll go in there and I'll say, is this embarrassing for you for me to be in here? I said, because I have to make sure that you fucking wash your hair, dude. He's all, yeah. I said, then fucking do it. I don't think he's there yet. He's getting close.
Here's the best thing to do if you have a kid that takes a shower for half an hour, 40 minutes or something, right? Mm. When they go to take the shower, go out to your water heater and turn it down to vacation. It's going to run out of hot water in like 10 or 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be in cold water, and they're going to fucking get out. It saves you a
But-
shitload of money.
But I think we live in our lives
Fuck.
in a gray area.
We still got shitload of topics, but we're way over, man.
Yeah.
We're 105 right now.
This was a slow day. I think I was tired today.
Yeah, it's good though. Look at, we were worried about topics and we fucking crushed the hour out pretty good. Hey, we're gonna start doing these little 3-minute videos where we'll have the same topic, but I'll do my side and Weller do his side. So if you can't hang out for an hour, maybe you could check out 3 minutes.
Nobody's gonna listen to my shit.
Why?
Because unless they want to fucking choke me.
Maybe
Unless I changed my whole point of view and I came in with fucking an AR-15 and I got a fucking a flag strapped to my back, dude, and be like, you know what? Fuck damn immigrants.
Dude,
and then
you
everybody be
wanna-
like, yeah, Weller's back.
You want to close it with the prayer, dude?
Let's close it with a prayer. Go ahead.
Right. Heavenly great being, creator of all things, thank you for blessing me and Weller with this time. Please take care of our families. Let them drive home safe. Add anything you want, Weller.
Amen.
Thank you, brother. I turned the volume off, son of a bitch.
Like flowers.